So this is episode 2, and we got 3 topics we want to talk about today, and we got guests. First guest.
I'm Sean. I'm Candace.
Oh, I'm Jimmy.
Oh, Candace Ingrid, sorry.
Second episode on there.
I'm
Still
ready.
learning how to do it. Scotty. So the first conversation we want to get into is breaking up with someone, moving. Is such thing as moving on too fast? Y'all taking it?
Why not? What would you say? I think from our experience in coming together, yes, there is a such thing as moving on too fast. We both were coming off of relationships when we found ourselves coming together. And I myself was in like a 10-year relationship before that, so mine was like a divorce. And yours was a good.
I'm sure we know. Man.
Mine was crazy. Yeah, mine was a little bit
like
crazy.
drama?
Oh yeah, we had some issues there because the divorce wasn't final for everybody. So we had some stuff that popped off from my relationship, and actually the way mine even happened, it was just a transition from one city to another city. So I moved from Lansing to New York, and that was the dissolving of the original relationship. While I was there, I started talking to Jay, obviously coming home and moving back to Michigan. It was like, wait, what? We're not really done. Let's go ahead and fix this and get this person out the way.
So yeah, that was a lot.
It was a lot. It was crazy. So I think I needed a little bit more time to probably finalize everything with that person. You know, it always comes down to, oh, well, what about this? And especially because we actually raised my daughter together. Her father was sort of like not involved at the level that this person was, especially for that duration of her time. And I actually left my daughter here for a few months while I went out to New York to get established. So it was quite interesting. And it's funny because when me and Jay actually started off, I told him, like, hey, this person's going to be around. You know, this is her dad. You sort of got to understand that he's going to be involved. But
I wasn't feeling that. Because I'm like, I know he was there for liberation, but man, that,
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying?
But it was her dad.
It was.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you my perspective.
Right.
That's how I was looking at it. So I wasn't feeling it. But getting back to the original question, I think you do, especially if it's a situation like that where
Yeah.
it's a super long amount of time. I think there is a such thing as moving on too fast because it got to be if you was with somebody that long, you had to have some great feelings for
Right.
on some level. So it's like, to me, it's no way that you can just be with somebody 7, 8, 9, 10 years and
cut it
then
off.
y'all just
Yeah.
done. I think it's hard. So then you roll into another relationship and you still carrying. You might not even know, but you comparing the new relationship to the person you've been with all those years. So
He's speaking about stuff that actually happened.
Well, but I think you have to, you know what I'm saying, give yourself, especially in the long term. Now, if it's somebody that you was just, hey, let's go to McDonald's.
Right.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's something like that, and I'm
So
pretty
what if-
sure you can bounce
Not to
back.
cut you off, but what if you was already using the relationship?
Yeah.
So what if you was already not there?
Hold on, but we didn't get. I'm sorry. He was in a relationship also
Word.
for some years,
I
and
was.
his lingered as well.
It did.
You know what
It did. There was some.
you always do.
There
I didn't want it to
was
be
some-
one
Yeah,
sided.
there- there was some lingering happening. It didn't. There was some silly stuff, but it wasn't as not to
Top
compare.
line.
It didn't pop off.
So the girls is always worse than the guys because with ours, mine was worse
Yeah.
than with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, especially it depends on the type of woman you are. Obviously the men, they really care for you in a
Right.
different type of way.
Especially if you're a good woman, they don't want to let
That's
that
what I was about to say. Who wants to lose that?
Right.
Especially after that much time. And it was almost amazing because that was almost the exact words. It was like, I put in the time, I put in the building. You're not gonna go and
Right.
make this man happy.
Oh, well, I know what you do.
You see what I'm saying? Off of what I put into you.
Right.
So sorry, your question was,
It's gotta be
I'm saying,
I don't think like it's no such thing as moving too fast. Because
wow.
if you vibing with another person and this person been dropped the ball a long time ago, because
Right.
as people, we give chances after chances after
We do.
chances after chances.
Right.
Your job ain't gonna be the chances after chances.
No, they
you ain't
not.
gonna cry over the spill.
What is it, like a 3 strike? You get your warning.
Right.
You get your
You know, so why you treating this person like that? Like, yo, I shouldn't have to teach you how to love me, respect me.
But with the job, it's not gonna bring drama. The job is not gonna follow you and try to fight your next
Right.
job.
So I'm saying with this person, like how we met. Like, I was feeling it. I'm like, yeah, alright.
But was you feeling her after you had already concluded?
Oh,
Wow,
I
he
was
was with multiple people when he was
Oh,
but I was coming off of a marriage.
Okay.
But me and her had problems
Way before.
way before. Like,
It
it's
was
supposed
fresh
to.
off.
Yeah.
He was fresh off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like being in my head, like I was been trying to leave her.
Okay.
So she was,
checked out mentally.
oh, I've been this now.
But physically, he was stringing her
I was
along.
about to say, and
Physically,
that's the part where
Because
you
kids
messed
was
up.
involved, and I'm like, if
Yeah.
I keep messing with her,
I can see my
I can see my kids.
Right.
As sure as anything, how I go, hey, you stop and another woman in it, I got one of those.
That's me. I was about to say that's, and I think that's a man's mentality, right? Like a woman would think, okay, if I cut this off clean, then we can build a relationship, we can co-parent, we can be able to exist together. You all, unfortunately, I think a part of that is because of what women have done in the past. Oh, if you do X, you can't see your kids.
Right.
So I have to keep, expressing to her physically that it's all good, so that she'll allow me to see my kids.
But that comes down from us
Woo!
as men speaking with the other head. So.
And that's dangerous.
It
Because
is.
that'll get
It
you problems that
That you don't
that
need.
you don't need, that you don't want, and it causes problems for the other person too.
In
My
relationship,
Lord. So I mean, experiencing it like that, coming off of a marriage and going into a relationship, if you would have given maybe a little bit more time and maybe a time in between the other people that you were engaging, don't you think it probably would have been a cool transition for y'all to start off fresh slate, unknowing, unbothered, no problems?
Yeah.
We would have did it like that.
But
But
That's what I'm saying. So
I still don't like. I vibe with her, and like she said, I was dealing with so many other people, and when she put her foot down, I'm like, bye, it's over.
Right.
So no, I still don't think like this is such a thing.
I see what you're saying, because if he would have waited for us to start dealing with each other and
Right.
let go of everybody that he was going to
Right.
let go and deal with his wife, his ex-wife and all of that, then it wouldn't have been no drama.
yeah, I mean, you eliminate the drama,
Right.
right? And so
Like, wait, depends on the other person though.
No, because if you want to string her along,
I was gonna
thinking
say,
that
it
you
was
gonna
the
still
string
deal
along.
with her.
yeah.
then
Especially
it
for
might
a
not have
woman.
been. Right.
And we can speak to that.
I don't know,
It was
baby D.
definitely
Y'all don't know, baby.
But
For
see, even
real.
with that, like hindsight being 2020, I think I told Jay, I moved into this too fast. And what I meant by that is I should have given time to my relationship that I had just come off of. Out of general courtesy and for myself. I was dealing with things and, trying to be in this relationship with him that I didn't realize, and that's where the judgment came from. Like, oh, well, previously in my relationship, we did things like X. And it wasn't even really that I was trying to compare him or make him that man. I hadn't dealt with the
But you
breakup.
could- Yeah.
It was so much,
Scotty can definitely relate to that.
Oh, can you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't. But I was raised by I got older parents.
Yes.
So my mom, like, I bring a lot of that up. It's probably wrong, but my mom,
It is wrong. when we grew up, we did this. Y'all didn't do this like this, but that's how Scotty is.
Girl. And it's bad.
And strangle them.
Yeah.
I'm guilty.
Yeah.
I'm guilty.
And you don't realize, like, Jay has to actually point it out and say, you know, I have a problem because I feel like you're judging me.
And with her, it
Oh,
wasn't verbalized. I don't know how, like, but with her, it wasn't verbalized that the comparisons were happening.
Yeah.
But just, I got the sense. I'm like, okay, these issues that you're having aren't issues that are typical to just, oh, it's a new relationship. Like, you're comparing me to something, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think at one point I even told her, I was like, yo, I feel like son is gonna have a place in your heart that I don't know I can ever get to.
Penetrate, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it was like, so that was, I think that's where like I do feel like, you know what I'm saying, just back to the original, that there is a such thing as moving too quick, because I mean it's certain, like you always gonna
And
feel
that's in
something.
my, that's, you know, comparing it to your experience in regards to what I was bringing to the table. What about for yourself?
No, I wouldn't personally.
No, I
I
mean,
wouldn't.
while he might not have been doing the comparison, I don't think he was completely done in his mental either.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
And I'm not even talking just that relationship. I think coming off of that relationship, he wanted to experience maybe some different flavors. And he, you know, almost was like, oh no, but I'm here. But while he was here and I was in New York, it was good. But at the same time, he was like, she won't know what else I'm doing, you know, while.
Yeah. Been there.
Okay, we was in the same state.
Girl.
City.
I like Valley. I can't even argue with you.
That's what I'm talking about. You know, so there's even that, right? Giving yourself the time to be free of relationship. It's necessary. You gotta sort of break yourself away. You gotta go and get all that out of your system. Go kick it, have all those people, go to the club, do whatever it is that you do, and be good with that time of getting back to, because what I realized is I don't even know who I am or what I like, because everything that I've done for these years has been what we do. You know, I know he likes this, and I know we enjoy going to this place or doing this for fun. So when we got together, I was like, you want to do what?
Right. Well, that's how I am too.
Yeah. And it's hard, you know, if you don't have an understanding of who you are, what you like, you know, then take that time to do that. Take that time to sort of step away from the relationship, step away from needing another companion, and just be out here having fun. Because what you could have done is, if you was vibing with her like that, then y'all would have been vibing, period. She could have just been your friend. Or, you know, especially if Reed was like, okay, I'm feeling him too, because women will hold that off and be like, okay, he'll be here in a second. Let me go ahead and get this stuff together. As opposed to, I would have to knock this stuff over her head with this bottle.
Right.
So it's interesting. I mean, for us, when you brought up the actual discussion for today, I was like, ooh.
You know something?
You know, it's crazy because like the top two topics are like things that both of them are things that like were pretty big at the start of our relationship.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So when I saw the topics and I told them, we both just laughed because it was like, sounds like he might have had a conversation with the homie.
Like I know she had a kid.
No.
Okay. So I'm like, damn.
Right.
Yeah, come on.
Right.
Lamar, like, hey man, shoot me his number again. So
Yeah.
Lamar ain't here.
Shout out to Lamar. Shout out to Lamar.
It was so funny because even in like bringing him into a relationship, he had never dated anybody who had kids.
Oh, that's fine.
He did too. Okay.
So,
And I don't know about you, Reed, but after I had been in a 10-year relationship, that was the only person I dated, you know, since my daughter was like 6 months. And dating him, like I said, he raised her, that's dad. I knew off of that, oh no, nobody was ever going to be able to be around my child like that unless we were for sure about to walk down somebody's aisle and build a family together. So I kept him at at a distance, you know, I was like, oh, you know, you can be cool, but you will never be able to do the stuff that he did in the past. And then I slowly but surely found him. Oh, he dropping her off to school. Oh man, I don't know, but I needed him. Oh, dang, they getting cool. Oh, I don't like it. You know, just because I was scared of what it could be if we weren't gonna be there. Because
Right.
that part was ugly.
Right.
Who don't want to see their kids? Shucks. And you know, bringing somebody else into a relationship like that, I know even a lot of times that's why people linger. You know, they have an attachment to their child, and they like, I gotta see her. I gotta, you know.
Or the child asking for the
Exactly.
person. As kids,
They don't
They don't
know.
and they vibe off
Yeah.
energy.
Exactly. Exactly. And this was the big homie.
And my was like, her daughter, I used to work at the Boys and Girls Club. Her daughter actually was a Boys and Girls Club in New
Yes.
before they moved
Shout out
New
to
York.
the
So she used to be at the Boys and Girls Club
Yes,
in
yes,
the
yes,
building.
yes, yes.
Always loved. But, so I would see her coming to pick her up or whatever. And at that point, I was like, I was asking the lady at work, and I was like, yo, what's good with Candace? Because like while we grew up in the same neighborhood
Right.
and stuff like that, it was just like, you know, okay, we grown now.
They're
And
grown.
so she was like, nah, I think she's kicking it with somebody, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, whatever. But I would always see her coming to pick up her
And it was
daughter.
always love.
And it was always, you know, cool. And so, like, when we started talking, we both established that, you know, if there's a chance for me to meet her daughter and her daughter doesn't like me, we'll just be cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Because to me, like, one of the nastiest things a person can do is be with somebody regardless of how their child feels about me.
Yeah.
Personally, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? If that's what, like, there has to be a relationship.
Yeah,
Exactly.
If that person is gonna be in your life. So it was like, you know, your daughter don't like me. And she was saying the same thing.
I was
So
like, hey,
she
you know,
was,
you can come out here and
yeah,
visit.
'cause she
but,
was in New York, and I was like, you know, can I come home and visit? Got some time off. So that was the thing. It was like, okay, you gonna meet my daughter? You gonna see how she feel? I said 100%. If she don't like
she
me,
ain't rocking.
then we can just go back to being cool, and I just have to always think you look good. All in the day. And so, like, when I got out there, it was instant. Like, you know, she fell asleep, and she had been telling her to go to bed. And so her daughter turned it to the Discovery Channel, so we sitting up there watching lions fighting in Africa and stuff.
Yeah.
And I said, didn't your mom say go to bed? She said, yeah, but she sleeps. So I was sitting up
She
here.
won't know.
And she said, I said, she said, I was sitting up here watching with you, watch TV with you. So, and I mean, just, you know, from that point on, like our relationship throughout the years, just like that's my little ace. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and I was originally early 20s.
Never.
There was no kids.
Up until I started talking to her, I ain't dating nobody but no, yeah.
Right.
But then, like I said, once, you know, we started dating and then I began to get to know her, I was like
That was your heart.
at this point in
Right.
life,
It really did.
literally, like at this point in life, like I couldn't see her not being a part of
Right.
like me and my family's life.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? So to go from I mean I never like I said, I never foresaw that being the case, but
He didn't really like you. No, I'm just
no,
saying.
I worked at the Boys and Girls Club for
Right.
8 years. I had to like him on some levels.
But it's crazy that you say that because I'm telling guys like, bro, I got cousins, homeboys.
Yeah.
One of my homeboys dating a chick. She got 3 kids, and he like, I ain't gonna be able to never take you serious. I'm like, I understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
but hey, you give it a chance, you'll love it.
Yeah,
Kids
yeah.
is so much fun.
Yeah, man.
And they bring out a side of people I think that they're not even aware of, especially in men. You know, because as women, we're almost naturally motherly most
Right.
times. But y'all, when y'all get a chance to actually, you know, get in front of that and, you know, be part of a family, it's a different type of.
change.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's a good experience though. You know, I was nervous about it at first, like I said, because obviously I was jilted from a previous relationship and all of the stress and drama that comes behind, you know, separating that child from that relationship. But it's cool.
It is.
It's cool.
Like, she graduated high school last year. We sitting at the graduation chilling. All of a sudden, I'm like, why is my lip quivering? Why do I feel a lump in my throat? I'm like, yo, what is going on? So like, I'm like, next thing I knew, I'm just like Tyrese'ing it. I'm like, yo.
What more do you want from me?
So everybody else, like my sister, they were like, you can't look at Jimmy because Jimmy crying.
Yes,
I'm like,
I was like, oh my gosh, you
And
can't
it-
be out here doing
Right.
and
this.
it takes a lot for me to emote on
Yeah.
any level, like outside of like laughing and stuff. So for
Yeah.
me to just be sitting there and it just, I mean, I don't know where it came from, but I was proud of it. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it's like just a relationship that I am happy always. Mother's Day, birthdays, or whenever I send her something, I always thank her for the opportunity because she didn't have to, like she
Right.
said, allow me to even get that close to her. So. I mean, you know, it's one of them things like you say, you tell your boys, like, if the mother is willing and the kids are open to the relationship, I think if you're going to get into a relationship with
If you're
somebody
serious.
with kids,
Yeah.
and if you're
If
serious,
you're
100%,
serious.
because it ain't right to do the kids
Yeah.
dirty just
Right,
to
they
say,
get
just to
attached.
say you're
Yeah.
kicking it with your
Right.
mom, because they get attached. But yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
it's cool.
And it really turned out, I find myself laughing because a lot of times, I still fall asleep. When we are kicking it. And they'll just stay up, they'll be kicking it, chatting,
She
shooting.
had me watching Star Wars yesterday. I ain't never watched Star Wars a day in
She
my
was like, I
life.
don't do sci-fi.
Like, I
She was
don't-
like, oh no, this one is good.
Which one was it?
It had the Jar Jar Binks dude.
That's the only one I watched the movie.
For real, I ain't
The
never
only
seen it.
one I
You ain't never seen that? Okay.
It had me too.
Because they looked at me like I had cussed at them last night. I said I had never seen it. So, okay, I'm happy.
It
to
was
get
one of
those
those
friends.
things we used to do, so we would get together as a family, go see Star Wars, we would go see all the sci-fi,
Yeah, nah.
Lord of the Rings, the crazy stuff.
Yeah, I've never watched none of that.
See, I know. And so, funny thing is, when me and him started kicking it, that was the part of the relationship. I had watched sci-fi movies. Jimmy came to my house with, what was it?
It was something, one of them corny funny movies.
And I was
something about
like-
Will Ferrell, with Will Ferrell in it or something like
Oh,
that.
like Step Brothers.
Sorry.
One of those.
I watched stuff like this.
Class.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. So, even introducing me to another side of myself at 28 was pretty cool. Because we just learned from each other. I will say, while we did it, I think a little bit sooner than we should have. And because of it, we suffered some bumps in the road.
Bumps was good though.
Bumps are good. I think when you're older, you can appreciate the bumps, you can appreciate the lessons, even the hard times, because you learn.
Yeah, it helps you grow with
It
that person.
helps you grow, and you develop, and you see them at their weakest point, and you know, okay, this is where you at today. We ever cross this road again, this is what we need to do to make it through it. So I think even just developing stuff that I said I would never, ever accept or do, we are
Say
like,
never.
man, never say
Never say
never.
never.
Never say never. It was funny because we hadn't even gotten to the point. I think I had this conversation with Lamar. While you're younger, you're like, oh, I'm gonna have like 20 people in my wedding. I want a big ring, platinum. I was like, boy, if you gonna give me that bubblegum ball machine,
But first
25
of all,
cent ring.
She got 7,000 cousins.
I do,
Like,
girl, huge families.
Yeah.
I do too, like, but
Mine are ridiculous.
Not, yeah.
we good.
You
Yeah.
already know what
Love
it
them,
is.
but like, yeah.
And it just changes, So I was like, I just wanted to meet the people that we love,
Yeah.
that care about us, intimate, nice. And I don't care how it happened, but when it do, I know it's gonna be real.
Right.
Before, I would have just been doing it for the show, to
Right.
say I did it,
Yeah.
So it's a different thing. You grow together, you learn together, and I think really if we didn't have those experiences that we had through our previous relationships, then we wouldn't have been able to even be here,
Yeah.
talk like we do.
And,
And we have some real conversations. Even through that, I think it was difficult for the both of us, but he learned about me. I don't sugarcoat it. I keep it pretty honest and real with, you know, what's going on. It's gonna hurt sometimes, but my God, you would rather know from me.
Right. And from somebody else.
Man, could you imagine? Oh, I saw Scotty. He was over talking to so and so. What? No, he was really just trying to say, nah, look, I need to see my kids.
Right.
But to them, they like, oh, no, girl. They was there, it looked really intense. But, you know, they was talking real close.
Right. I'm like, well, he didn't tell me that, so.
That's what it is,
Everything.
right?
I tell
That's what it is.
everything.
Like, well, he ain't tell me. Why he ain't say? Nah. I'm like,
you
hey,
lied.
look,
Why you ain't tell me? If you was hiding something, then you would have told me.
look, ain't nothing to hide. This is what it is.
So it is a such thing as moving on too fast.
Yeah.
But if you move on too fast, you learn from that person.
Oh my
And
God.
you build with that person.
Some people do. Some
Yeah,
people
and
don't.
sometimes it's bad.
Because
Sometimes
it could have went the other way. And man,
you gotta really want it.
you gotta want it. You gotta be mature enough for what comes after that. You know, because some people, their ego
Yeah.
is messed up after that. It's like, you know, and then they find themselves losing out on that love, and they could have really been feeling this person. Like,
Yeah.
that could have been their one. But it's like, what do I look like?
Right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm glad she was patient with me.
Woo.
Amen.
Hey.
I'm
I'm
still-
done with this. I'm not doing
Man.
that anymore. I was done
Right.
with him. Yes.
See, and that's the thing, Reed. We give grace, and that's the one thing that I've learned out of relationships. If you don't extend grace, you know, because I knew I was feeling him, regardless of what we were experiencing, good, bad, indifferent. I was like, look, it can't be this bad. You
Did
know,
you express that to him though?
I did.
No, she was open about everything she was feeling in the midst of me and my foolishness in the beginning.
We gotta put teeth on this one right here, though. So it's like that.
But it's
I'm telling you, I'm giving it to you. If you just keep it 100% with me, we really will be good. Most men can't understand it.
Right?
They like, oh no, that ain't
It
real.
feel like you
Yeah.
walking me into a back
Right,
room with
right.
somebody waiting on me with a bag. Soon as I open that door, that's what it feels like
Right.
to most of us as men. So yeah.
And I'm like, we could either do it this way or you can see me nut crazy, and
Yeah.
that ain't the look.
Yeah, that's how Scotty was at first. Like, I was
took
like,
all-
listen, I know what's going on.
No.
No. So I called and I made, I'm like, okay, why you lying?
Right.
Wait, let me tell you. Too late. It's too late now. Let me tell you this way.
Tell it all.
Right.
I swear I
Right.
tell it all.
Well, and that's the thing. So now you understand. Y'all establish the trust. You know, you establish the boundaries within the relationship where you're like, okay, I can lean back far enough where this person actually will catch me
Right.
if I fall. You know, so the fall ain't never as hard as
Right.
somebody not being there.
Right.
Because if you mess up and you don't listen to what I'm telling you to be true, then man, we ain't never coming back.
Right, yeah.
One of my homeboys came to me. Really, this happened when one of my homeboys ended up getting close. He was like, bro, don't it feel good when we ain't gotta hold on to that phone? I'm like, what? We get on that on another episode.
Yes.
That phone.
Yes.
That phone.
That's
Sleeping with that boy right next
under
to
your
you.
pillow. Like, what's he hiding under his pillow? I'm like, okay.
Right. But
It's a blessing on just telling the truth and keeping it real.
it really
Yeah.
is.
Man,
It really is.
so much less stress.
I was about to say, when you learn that, oh my God.
Yes.
Because it's like, what is it to hide? You know, if I really want to be here, then
But guys,
we gotta,
don't. Well, I don't even say guys, just people in this day and age that is technology and social media. Oh my
gotta
God.
mess up.
Yeah.
It's crazy,
It is.
and it's hard to break from. Like,
Yeah.
but we get on that on another time. But have we all seen the movie NWA?
Yes, sir.
That's good.
Man.
Yes,
So what
sir.
y'all think about the guy, Jason Mitchell?
I love him.
Oh.
Me
Okay.
too.
I love
So when Scotty was like, they finna fire Eazy-E from
The
The
Shy.
Shy. I'm like, I ain't watching it no more.
Girl.
Because that's my favorite character. I love
Period.
him.
I'm
Yes.
like, oh, Jason, what is he about to get into? Oh, it's about to go down. Jason
Right.
just met.
I always call him Eazy.
Yeah.
Right.
What?
I'm
That's
like,
the
that's
thing.
Eazy.
I think he's Jason on The Shy. So that's why I was calling him by his character
Okay.
name. But get that bit of information because you look at him too. I don't know if you guys have ever seen him in interviews. Out of his character, he just seemed cool. Like he seemed like
Happy
he
to
the
be there.
homie.
Like, he happy that
Yeah.
he got that shot.
Like, you know, his story even coming up out in New Orleans and, you know, the life that he would have had versus what he came out to be. Pretty exciting.
Right.
So I'm like, yes, black man.
Right.
And
We
I
see
think
you.
that's my biggest frustration is like we're kind of in a place where like Black Hollywood
Yeah.
has the potential. We got like writers, producers, directors,
Right.
and then y'all young, so
Right.
it's like these ones can
Could be
grow
here for a while.
and like be here for a minute. And he was one of them dudes that was
Yeah.
angling to be like
Oh yeah.
up there.
He had a movie right
Yeah.
after.
He was doing a
The
Netflix,
Netflix
movie,
show.
and it was another
With
movie.
the
Yeah.
white guy.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. And so, like, I guess my thing is, you have to know in this day and age
Man.
that anything they can do to get us out of there,
They're doing it.
they're doing it. And if you throw them the alley-ook,
slam
they
dunk.
dunking it and breaking the backboard off.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, Bill Cosby. They got him out of there.
And I love the
Meanwhile,
Cosby Show.
Yeah.
quietly, last couple of days, Harvey Weinstein settled with all his chicks for $44 million.
And he only got
Quiet.
one case.
Quietly.
Quiet.
He, like, that was
Yeah,
just
no.
a little headline scrolled under CNN. I was like,
You have to be paying attention real
you
hard
know what
to
I'm
get
saying?
that.
So it's like, homeboy, heck, he fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
If it's true.
If it's true,
If it's
what-
true.
allegedly.
That's right.
If it's
That's
true,
right.
because that's a fact. If it's true, he fumbled the ball, and I'm just like, I hope, you know, because we already got to be on our P's and Q's as is, and then you add the stuff that's just like if you say one thing wrong, if
You can't even
you
comment
like,
it
it's a
for
lot of
fun
stuff you
Yeah.
can't
or
do,
sexual harassment.
and it's like, you know, I
Can be.
hope, you know, cats really begin to pay attention because there's a lot of young actors and actresses that look like they got potential to be like some beasts going
And that's why I
forward,
feel
and
like-
I don't want them to get canceled like he's about to.
Yeah. I mean, the attack is on.
Everybody.
And that's why I think they gotta understand, you know, just as you're a black man on the street, think about it like that. They looking for you to mess up.
Mhm.
They want a reason to kill you. Whether it's in your career, in
real
your
life.
marriage, in your real life, they want a reason to take you out. And I mean, Lord forbid he gave them a reason, but if he did and this allegation is actually factual, it's unfortunate. You know,
But taking roles like that, knowing that this person is engaged or have a significant other, and you get cool with the other person, like, you know,
What you saying?
with the other person, like, you know,
the person that they're engaged to.
yeah, like, hey, you know, we doing this, like,
I don't
do
think you have to. That's for her to tell her fiance that they're gonna be having sex scenes and
I
kissing.
mean, but they know.
I was
I mean,
about to say,
I'm
because
pretty
they
sure
know,
it's-
because they're bringing the script home, right?
Right.
They're having those conversations. But I think, you know, one of the things that I saw that was real cool is Lauren London was doing some show on BET.
Mhm.
And before Nipsey passed away, he used to be on set with her. Well, the guy that is Dro off of Insecure, I don't know if you guys watch Insecure, he's the basketball player or whatever that's starring on the show.
That's her husband on the show. Okay.
Her husband on the show. Him and Nipsey had developed a relationship. You know, they were
As
cool.
I think you should.
As well, and that's the thing, right? If you know somebody is in a relationship and things of that nature, I think sometimes it just comes natural, especially when you have people, you know, within a community. And I say a community, black people, we befriend each other in, you know, the most amazing areas. So if this your work family, they family is an extension of that. Oh, it's natural. Like, oh, what up?
Right.
You know, so I think for him, especially because it got to the point where she was bringing her fiance on
Set.
site.
Yeah.
And he coming to the set with me.
And he booked on doing other stuff. He got another fact. He got his own TV show on Netflix. They're black.
Okay, so I
I'm
love
pretty
your
sure
black
he got-
people.
Right. So
It is
he
on.
got-
But I'm
That's
not
the
sure.
light-skinned guy with the afro.
Okay, because I was about to say, which one is she
From Dear
dating?
Black People.
No, it was the black dude. It was the dark skinned guy.
With the box cut.
Yeah.
Okay,
gotcha.
okay. You know, and I love him as an
Oh
actor.
yeah.
So, I mean, why couldn't y'all be comrades? You know? and just make it pop. Young, black, successful. Because what they're doing on Dear Black People is amazing too.
Oh yeah, I love that show.
Me so.
Yes.
And I'm like, come on, Jason. Why?
I hope, like you said, if it's true,
Yeah.
I hope it's not, but if it is, man, that was a fun
I
one.
mean, but it's,
But do we know what the
somebody else did it.
allegation is outside of his
Well, it sounds
co-star?
like it was on other shows and sets that he had.
Was it like he had a touching problem? He had. Okay.
The articles I read, I didn't see anything. They didn't give
what the
specifics.
claim
They just
was.
said it was a lot of accusations.
Okay.
Is it like sexual harassment accusations?
Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think that's what it's
what
coming down
That's
to.
what a lot of the articles I read. That's what I got from it. So
Mm.
yeah.
And I'm
I hope
like,
not easy because I like him.
A
no.
lot of people like it. That's
A
the
lot.
reason to get the cancer out.
Yeah.
Get it tomorrow.
I mean, well, that was the same thing, like Cosby, right? A lot
Yeah.
of people love what Cosby brought, and he brought the first black family to TV that was successful.
Mm.
We were in college, we were doctors, we were lawyers. You know, oh, that's cool, but let's show you who he really is.
Right.
You know, so they brought some stuff to the light. They went to the 70s and brought
Right.
these people out the woodwork. It's like, oh, remember he was flipping them roofies?
Man.
Right.
What?
Back in the 70s.
I'm like, did I see a different world? Because this man is phenomenal.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, tell who good.
That's what I'm saying.
He made good.
He said, yeah.
So I just think, you know, as a black community, we have to be skeptical.
Careful.
And yeah, you have to walk a different path. I'm like, we all need to be Denzel and Angela Bassett out here. Denzel ain't got no issues. Our president Obama left with no issues. I'm like, you gotta be them. Let them be your role model.
Right.
It's just best to go to work.
Clock in,
Come
go
home.
Right.
home.
Hey, the main thing. I'm here to do this
And
job.
that's it.
And I'm out. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all for coming.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having
Oh,
us.
yeah.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And it's on voice.
That was dope.
Appreciate y'all.